Reagan was found face down in her home, and there was blood everywhere.
Taylor Rene Parker endured a number of tragedies over the course of her life. She had partial uterine surgery, though, and that may have been the event that led her down a risky path. Taylor had already requested a sterilization procedure after giving birth to her second child, so it is unclear how this procedure affected her. So let's explore the narrative, since the subject of our video for today is just before Taylor Rene got executed on death row. 29-year-old executed Taylor, despite going through a divorce, found true love with Wade. With a full house, there was no need for any additional children. Her tale is told here. Reagan's tragic fate resulted from a protracted process that started months earlier and eventually led to an irreversible point that led to her death. Taylor's life had been steadily getting worse, while Reagan had been living a happy and satisfying life with her husband. Taylor's romance with Wade Griffin was quickly falling apart in the months before the tragic event that led to Reagan's death, while Reagan and her partner had joyfully learned of the impending addition to their family. Wade has been by Taylor's side through all possible means. As a last-ditch effort to keep him attached to her, she turned to the deception of a fake pregnancy. No detail of Taylor's plan was left to chance, as she carefully planned and carried it out. She announced her pregnancy to the public on social media first, then planned a gender reveal party and posted photos of her purportedly growing belly as proof of the good news while setting up her trap. She hoped that when the baby was born in a few months, Wade would still be there to support her. Taylor had been able to fool everyone in her life, including friends and acquaintances, who all accepted her made-up narrative. Do you know how she was able to trick Wade? She was a skilled con artist who spent hours learning how to make a pregnancy look real, start labor early, and keep a fake baby alive. When questioned by law enforcement, Wade revealed that Taylor had told him about her alleged pregnancy and that she had registered at the Idabel Hospital for the birth of her child, due in November. It was planned for the induction procedure to start on October 19, 2020. Taylor's actions were a deliberate attempt to control and manipulate her partner, revealing her true self as a cunningly malicious deceiver. She used this complex and dangerous ruse, which ultimately had tragic results, out of her desire for power and control over Wade. Taylor Parker's character has been revealed in a disturbing way by Wade Griffin's police testimony. She was a person who was motivated by her own self-serving desires and was prepared to trick and manipulate others in order to obtain her goals. After meeting Taylor in 2019, Wade, a worker in the construction industry, and his friend Juan were given the task of renovating her home. Taylor had made up the fact that she had received a sizable inheritance and would be able to pay them well for their labor. Wade was left with the duty of paying Juan out of his own pocket after it became clear that the inheritance was a lie as the project went on. Wade was convinced she was pregnant? What were the consequences of his suspicion? Wade grew suspicious throughout Taylor's fraud as he observed that her stomach was not expanding. Taylor explained that it was due to a prior tummy tuck when he questioned her about it. Taylor began faking a belly in an effort to allay his concerns, and he was able to convince even the most dubious onlookers. Taylor was occupied with finalizing the details of her plan and searching birth clinics for birth victims, while Wade was still oblivious to her true intentions. Before conducting a brutal raid that resulted in the victim's tragic death and the removal of her unborn child, the assailant was able to win the trust of an unwitting victim and even visit her home. Despite the victim's best efforts to protect her child, Taylor was able to take the child and was later apprehended while attempting to flee in a car with it in her possession. The story Taylor tried to tell about giving birth in the car was quickly refuted. The victim's husband revealed that his wife was a friend of Parker's and that Parker had taken their wedding and engagement pictures when the woman was examined at the hospital. That someone could do this to someone they knew shocked us. Taylor was found guilty of murder with the intent to kill and given the death penalty in October 2022. She is currently waiting for her punishment outside. Taylor had planned and manipulated her deception to the point where even the most observant people were persuaded by her. What are your thoughts on this story? Well, that is it from us today. See you guys in the next one.